Hey guys, what's up? Today is June 7th, 2010, and as many of you guys know, Steve Jobs held a keynote today with Apple, and it announced a brand new iPhone. So if you guys weren't living under a rock the past few months, you'll know that there's already been this iPhone prototype that's been in circulation, and we all pretty much knew that it was pretty much most likely going to be the latest iPhone. And believe it or not, well, it was. They announced it today. Steve Jobs just finished up the keynote, just finished. He announced everything about the new iPhone, features, accessories that it'll have, and I'm just going to go over a couple of the basics here for you guys in this. So we all saw the prototype. You guys saw my video a while back in the prototype. It's pretty much the same exact thing, just different details. They just gave us more details on the device itself, what it's capable of, specs, and more specific things that we didn't know back then. So now, just like the prototype, it has the black glass and the stainless steel rim all around it. This new phone is 34% thinner than the previous iPhone 3GS, and it's now supposedly the thinnest smartphone out there in the market today. The stainless steel rim around the outside of the iPhone, I've seen in pictures around here provided by some of the websites that will be down in the video description, will add to the antenna, so that's going to help you with reception. So maybe AT&T can get good reception now, maybe, that's going to help for the reception. The antenna built in right to the side. You'll see a little slit in the side. That'll be part of the antenna. As many of you guys know, in the iPad, they had the new A4 chip. Well, now they have that in the new iPhone 4. Apple's A4 chip, they made it themselves. It's their chip. There's a lot of other processors in the device itself, but the A4 chip is what they mainly base it around. All the different processors and the A4 chip combined are going to be able to handle all the high-definition graphics. On the iPhone, it's going to be able to handle games and load everything faster and better than the previous iPhone could. And a lot of you guys are worried about battery life. You guys know the battery life on the iPhone is not the greatest. Well, now with the new iPhone, the battery life is, the battery itself, is 16% bigger than the current one. So that's obviously going to give you more battery life right off the start. Apple claims that it's 40% more talk time with this new larger battery. Some of the specs of that is going to be talk over 3G is going to be 7 hours. Browsing over 3G is going to be 6 hours. Browsing over Wi-Fi is going to be 10 hours. Watching video is going to be 10 hours. Listening to music, you're going to have 40 hours. That's a lot of music. And standby time of 300 hours. So that's when you're not using your iPhone, it's just chilling there. It's still on, but you're not using it. Standby 300 hours. That's a long time as well, just to have one battery charge. The new display is a 3.5-inch display, kind of normal. The pixel ratio is 960 to 640 pixels. That basically gives much more dimension, much more definition, to the screen itself. It's going to make everything look crisper and clearer. The more pixels you have, the more detail that the device is able to give to you, that it's able to spit back out to your eyes and what you're able to see. So the more pixels, the better. And in this case, 960 by 640 is a really good for a cell phone. On the device itself, it has 326 pixels per square inch. With this new iPhone, you have much better cameras. That's right, I said cameras with an S. The main camera on the device is still 5 megapixels. Nothing changed a lot with that. And it also has a higher ISO, so that's basically going to allow you to take better pictures in low light conditions. So at night, your picture quality is going to come out a lot better. You're going to actually be able to see the figures and stuff like that in the pictures. ISO sensitivity to light, if you guys aren't really familiar with that. It also has a bigger lens itself. The lens on the iPhone is actually bigger. And what it's also going to help your iPhone in low light conditions and video and picture is a flash. The new iPhone has a flash built into it, so you don't have to worry about none of your pictures coming out now in low light conditions. With this new ISO feature, higher ISO and a new flash, your video and picture quality are going to be much more enhanced. You guys heard me say cameras. There is a front-facing camera, just like on the prototype. Like I said, not much has changed from the prototype to this legitimate now Apple device. There is a front-facing camera which you'll be able to do video chatting on, video calling, which they're calling FaceTime. Right now, you can only do it over Wi-Fi, but with the jailbreak that'll come, I think you guys can guess that there's probably going to be a way to hack it to do it over 3GS, to trick the iPhone, to trick Apple into thinking that you're using Wi-Fi, but actually using 3G, and using it anywhere. But right now it's just for Wi-Fi, but it is still cool video chatting on an iPhone. It can work in portrait or landscape. Also, this new iPhone has a gyroscope built in, which isn't the biggest feature really, but it's just something a little bit minor that they added in, which is going to help pinpoint your position a lot more directly, and it's going to be able to, all the movements of the device, it's going to be able to handle them much more sensibly. Just like in the prototype, it as well has the additional microphone on the top to help with noise cancellation. There's a lot more other details that I didn't really go over, but I just want to go over the main details with you guys. You guys know from the prototype all the details. They're pretty much the same details. There is the new iPhone iOS 4. That is the new software that they have out that's going to be on this device. So that's that. With this new iOS 4, you're obviously going to be able to do the face-to-face FaceTime chatting. It's going to allow times to be quicker. It's a little bit more of a modified iPhone OS operating system for those of you out there. They have all different specs of it on the website that if I listed them, you guys probably wouldn't get, so I'll just keep it down normal for you guys. Also, they're going to be adding iMovie for the iPhone eventually. It's going to be, if you guys don't know what iMovie is, it's an editing software for Mac. It's going to come out with it with 1,500 new features, so you're going to be able to do a lot of little editing things right there on your phone itself. You're going to be able to trim, cut, split 720p HD movies right there on your iPhone. iMovie for the iPhone will not be included. You will have to purchase it, kind of like Pages or Keynote for the iPad, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it. iBooks, not that big of a thing, but it's also going to be available on iOS 4. And now what you guys are all wondering, the pricing. The new iPhone 4 will be available in black and white, like we saw, and it's going to be available on June 24th, and it's going to cost $199 for the 16 gigabyte version and $299 for the 32 gigabyte version. So the prices are actually pretty low. They're the same as the 3GS. Not much has changed there, but you're getting a lot more with the device, as in the front-facing camera, the A4 chip on the inside, faster speeds, faster processors, iMovie application you're going to be able to get, and this new iOS 4, which is going to enhance the iPhone to a whole nother level. Apple, once again, yet ceases to amaze us. They gave us everything that we wanted this time, except for being on Verizon, but whatever, and iTouch, just fine for now. Eventually, hopefully it'll switch to other networks, we'll never know, but great new device. I definitely recommend you guys go out and buy it if you have AT&T when it does come out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Favorite, comment, rate, subscribe. Like I said, didn't list everything, didn't do all the minor details and stuff like that, but you can pre-order it sooner than the 24th. And things like that. But thank you guys for watching. If you want to find out more info, link in the video description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.